Change a little bit. Yes. Yes. How do you use the heart? I can select weapons, but I don't know how to select the heart. Dragonly Naive, hold down your middle mouse button. That'll bring up your wheel, and then go over the heart, and then hit a button to establish where you want it to go on your hotkey. Or on your hotkey. That being said, you don't start with the heart. So you may have to get to the point in the story where you actually get the heart. Yeah, that could also be it.
Duke Luca Abel tore down the original palace in Karnaca, where his father once pinned a medal to my chest. Over the ruins, the Duke built a structure that cost enough to feed everyone in Serkonos for years. A sprawling estate to humble all others, a monument to his ego. I owe it to the people of my homeland to make this right. In Dunwall, we were content to look the other way as long as the silver kept flowing. I've got to get inside the Grand Palace, deal with the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Tall order, man. Will there be exclusives for your store only? Oh, absolutely, Crucify the Wick. Yeah. In fact, all the designs on the store will be for the store. Yeah.
Can feel it. This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You deserve peace, my love.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
We're gonna put her spirit into the heart. That's gonna be our new medium to hold the soul, is gonna be the mechanical heart. Ah, oh, bummer. Urgh. I'm gonna miss this girl, man. Okay. Let's go look by the engine, see if there's anything new down here. A swarm of villainous rats. Looks good here.
I can't believe it's taken this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Yes, I regret my affiliation with the young Duke, but his father and I were close. It was my hope that Luca would eventually grow up and learn that his actions as ruler of Serkonos have very real consequences.
He could always rely on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
Once the Duke falls, it's my hope that we can build something better here. Something more
I
representative.
guess Duke Abel felt all right tearing down the old palace. I have fond memories of that place.
Where are they?
Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this. Delilah's powerful. How is it possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years?
OP Island, no. No plans for that. If we may do something like that down the road, but it'll be a separate venture.
Now that things have changed, Stilton might be able to make a difference after the Duke falls. Paolo had ambitions. All fallen to pieces now. I never liked the Abbey.
Whoa! Duke Abel uses a body double? look for the palace vault.
Empress Jessamine herself once offered me a suite at Dunwall Tower.
Oh, there they are.
Complete with a laboratory, the finest apparatus in the Isles. I declined, of course. I'm not some conjurer from penny novels. Besides, I have a great fondness for my privacy, and my interests often find me coming and going in the odd hours of night. It's hard not to consider what might have been different had I plotted a different course through my early years. Was there something I might have said or done when Delilah was my apprentice that could have prevented all this? Or is character a fixed star we must all follow in darkness?
Yeah, Esco10 and any others. Just a quick reminder, I read my subs in groups, and that way I can kind of keep the gameplay in big sections. But that being said, thank you to Lord Razgriz, Esco10, Steffers90, and Vers, Madwolf, Rossetti, Node Poker, Justikova. Really appreciate your subs, guys. Thank you very much for it. Thanks for the support, dudes. Really do appreciate it. And welcome to the community. Garrett says, don't use this save. When you do your next playthrough, you will kill that guy, and it will be the same story arc. No, it can't be, Garrett, because if we kill him, then why would he have said right here how he'll take over when he's done? And also, no one will be around. I'll kill him in the past, so that way no one will be there to keep the mansion. So, no, I think it'll be different. I think it'll be different. If it's not, whatever. I like this outcome. I want to see where this goes. Where are they? They're like in the kitchen. How do we get to where they are? Oh, the hole's open. Whoa. Oh, they're on the deck. Ah. They were up here. Whoa. Whoa! What's up, dude? So that's where he is. Oh, shit. That was unexpected. Let's go check out the camping quarters.
Going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points, picking the approach, thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abel. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. But I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. Sharing a tin of potted meat or a bottle of brandy that we nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. and I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck, staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Zirkonos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now's my chance to get back at Luca Abel for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away.
Damn. Whew. Yeah, that got dark pretty quick, didn't it? Why is there a ring on his left hand? That's his signet ring. That's the signet ring that he used to get in and out of the vault at the beginning of the game. All right, let's do another hard save. And I think we can go ahead and clip the hard saves from the last area. So we'll cut this one. And this one. And that one. Okay. Here we go, boys.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, that ring on his hand.
I've broken into palaces before. They're made to keep out armies. Stopping a single man who's dedicated to his cause, that's another story altogether.
Getting inside might not be the hard part. The Duke doesn't exactly run a tight ship.
Taking down Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I've got a map of the Grand Palace for you, and I know something that may be useful. There's a hidden lever in the pantry that opens a passage to the Duke's vault. If he's keeping anything precious for Delilah, I suspect that's where it'll be. Beyond that, good hunting.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca.
Well, isn't he useful?
Emily and I have a lot to think about after all this is done.
Awesome. Oh, man. I really, really hope this game has a good ending. I want Corvo and Emily to retake the throne and live happily ever after using the knowledge they gained from their journeys. I know it's not going to end that way, but man, I hope so. I hope so. Esco 10, I need to finish it first, but that's a great question. That's a great question.
Should we head toward the palace?
Sure should, Billy.
Time to get going.
Oof. I would totally put my mask on right now if it fit. I'm so sad that it doesn't. Hold on, I'm gonna try again. Oh god, I broke it! That's sort of on, right? Oh, Jesus. Not really. If it was just a little wider. There we go. I can't see out of it, but that would sort of work. Sigh. Okay. Self-serving and corrupt. Duke Luca Abel rules Zirkonos and orchestrated the coup against you. Enter the Grand Palace to find and eliminate the Duke, who protects himself from assassins with a body double. You must also locate Delilah's spirit, and the only means of counteracting her immortality.
At the palace, the Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job. Pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
Why don't they just overthrow him?
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall. Toadies sucking up to Emily made me want to be back on the streets in Serkonos.
You're forgetting what that's like. I watched those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept. In the flooded district.
I know you struggled. After years in court, I'm a nobody again. But what I've seen here will stay with me when I return to Dunwall Tower. Being in Karnaca again has given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
You know, perspective is a hell of a drug. I almost feel like everyone in leadership should have to go through like some kind of situation where they're put in the position of the lowest caste in whatever society they rule for like a month, and then they can assume leadership. There should be some kind of process for that. I don't know, because Corvo's absolutely right, man. You have to live it to understand it. You can't just be told it by people that honestly probably don't care about it. But that's gonna be that. I mean, that's a good point, man. That's what we should do. Starting next presidency, whoever is the president, between them getting elected and assuming power, they have to spend a month in, you know, in a low-income house without any servants, just a cell phone and a shitty computer. They have to do that for a month. And then after that, they can move into the White House. Just to get an idea. Just so they know exactly what the people that they rule and serve have to go through. That should become some kind of tradition. God, that would change so many things. Anyway, let's go. Oh, let's take this out. Alright, we've got pretty much everything is that direction. Oh. Okay, we can go up. Oh, we already saved our game. Oh yeah, for the record, guys, I'm not talking politics. That was zero. That has nothing to do with the current election or anything. That had to do with stuff in the game. Yeah, we don't do politics here, guys. Especially not these days. There's plenty of places on the internet that would love to hear your opinion on the current election and politics. This isn't one of them. Hell, there's lots of channels on Twitch that are talking politics these days, and some that encourage it, and more power to them. No, not a shitty computer! Anything but a shitty computer! I know, right, Bearlath? Give him a Pentium 2. But hey, it has hyper-threading. Yeah, I don't think so, bud. Actually, I think a Pentium 4 had hyper-threading. Anyway, are these baddies?
So there's basically no risk.
What's your friend's name?
That's a secret. These guys deal with me and nobody else. Job security.
Was hoping to get a tip from that. That's too bad. So on that note, and heavily for science. Ha! Beautiful. Owl Shark, I'm confused. Can someone explain that ring Co showed? Who is wearing it and what does it do? This right here is the signet ring from the Dishonored series. It's not just used in this one. It's used in many of them. And this particular ring came with the Dishonored Collector's Edition. The signet ring opens up multiple secret rooms in the Cadwin estate, where the Empress was. And we have the ring because we stole it to open a secret passage at the very beginning of the game. To get out of the place. And we're still wearing it. That's it. Hope that helps.